Today is August 31st. The Yankees have taken 3 out of 4 from the White Sox. They cannot complete the sweep. Welcome, Brad.
Talking Yanks with old
John Boy and Jake.
Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, theme, and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talking Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talking Yanks, brought to you by SeatGeek. Thank you very much for tuning in today on August 31st, last episode of August. Yankees are done with August. My name's Jimmy. His name is Jake. BBD in the corner. They almost win 10 road games in a row, the first time they would have done that since, I think it was 1593. But they don't. They lose the final game, Jake, and now we have an off day before the juggernaut, the 12 games. How are you feeling?
James Davis, I'm feeling all right. Hey, when we were doing minimum standards, Yankee fans got excited today, and maybe that's what this loss was about, was to bring us back down just a little bit. Because let's be honest, we were on the hook. We were on the hook. I know there's talks about if we're on the hook and if they beat these good teams. We're on the hook. We're tracking the standings. We were 2 games back of Toronto. We were 2.5 games coming into today from, I think, the 1 seed in the AL. So I think I get it. We're not on the hook. We're not tracking these. This team, right? You're hooked. You got hooks in your back for the stuff you do on the weekends.
I got no hooks, but I will if they win the Houston series. But I can't get hurt if they lose this Houston series. I didn't get hurt tonight. I didn't get hurt yesterday when they went down or it went to extras. If they beat Houston, I'm hooked and I am liable, or I'm on the, I can have my heart broken again by Toronto. But if they in 2 days throw the ball around, play panicked, play bad ball, I'm not devastated like I was against Boston.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's true. There's still, the expectation is still of, I don't know, the contractor who does very mediocre work. You're like, okay, I don't think you're going to set up my basement exactly how I like, but here you go. You said you were going to do the job for cheaper, so have at it. Because you're right. If it still comes out ugly in Houston, we're not surprised at all.
Yeah, and I'm not devastated. They are 11-25 in their last 36 games against playoff teams. So I can't be on the hook until if they beat Houston, and I'm like, oh shit, they're doing competent ball?
Right.
Oh wow, we bring that to Toronto. See, that's a hooked person talking.
Right.
They don't go to Houston and it becomes 12-27.
Right.
In our last 39 or whatever it is. Then I'm not hooked. But and you're right, maybe if they swept today, I would have been sniffing the hook more, but they didn't. And yesterday was lucky, but there was still some odd stuff going on. So I don't know. Happy Labor Day to all the expecting moms and to you.
Happy Labor Day. I watched the game with my mom. That was nice. I don't know if it was jealousy from calling your mom last episode, but and I've mentioned this to the Talking Yanks listeners before, that my mom continues to, we're not the most Italian family. Both my parents are half Italian, so it's just I don't know. We don't do the 12 fish or whatever it is on Christmas, and but people who have listened over the years know that I've said this before. She came over, she made chicken cutlets. Never done that before.
She got to feed her boy.
She's got to feed a boy on Sunday, watching the Yanks.
I watched with my family yesterday. My
So
dad
I'm
today
sweating.
and yesterday.
I'm sweating a lot.
You're sweating. Yeah, you ate a lot. My mom recently changed her chicken cutlet. She perfected them in the last 5 years.
Wow.
And they're so good now. Honestly, so good. Growing up, they were like chicken cutlets. And now I'm like, Mom, what did you do different? And she
Now
told me
they're
I
in.
actually changed up. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, we got to get into these games.
Let's get into the game.
And the groundskeeping is, I'm just going to do there's no real groundskeeping. There is some groundskeeping. Hell, Jimmy, commit and do it. Groundskeeping. Here we go. Yarby, they say he made his last rehab start, and he's going to join some point into the bullpen is what they said, not messing with the rotation, which is good because they got 12 games in a row against 12 good teams, and they're going to need relief help. Brent Hedrick also, he is making his rehab starts and might get called up. They're going to wait till rosters expand, which is tomorrow.
Next game, yeah.
So tomorrow, I would expect Slater and Yarby to join the team, and those are your September call-ups. Unless they think Slater needs another day, but I think he's played 3, and then it's like a weird, you got to lose an asset or whatever. So that's your groundskeeping. Another groundskeeping, this is internal, is we have an awesome new partnership with Nike, and you'll be able to find the link in the description from here on out. So check out our affiliate link in the description below to shop Yankees gear from Nike. Nike, big brand. I wear their shoes a lot. We have a new partnership with them, Jake.
They're literally Nike.
They are Nike. Pronounced Nike in other places.
So yeah, go get some Nike stuff. I think we have a link. And yeah, for those keeping track at home, you know, I don't know what happened, and earmuffs for the non-conspiracy theorists. We will remember Austin Slater did get hurt the day that a roster decision had to be made. I was trying to get the pulse of funny business, because a hamstring's one that's seemingly not funny business, right? That's like a sad thing. It was his first like real game with the team. They said 4 to 6 weeks, and you know that normally means 4 to 6 weeks and then some time. It's just interesting he's coming back for the first game when rosters do expand. I'm just saying that.
Has it been 4 to 6 weeks? It's been 4 weeks, right?
I think he started the rehab assignment like on the day of the 4th week, depending how you count.
It's just of note.
Just of note. Okay. How are we organizing the burns of the 4 games?
Well, kind of like you said, I mean, if we want to get the first 2 out of the way, because those ended up being the same. There's a lot more meat in the final 2 games.
Yeah, there's a lot more to chew on. The first 2 games were the same game as the Nationals game, so we can just hammer those.
Let's hammer it. The NY Mafia would head over to the Windy City behind Slick Willie Warren, taking on the Rat Pack at Davis and Martin and his White Sox. 4-0 Yanks after some belly jazz, a performance my father mastered in the 80s. But it's tied after Warren gives up the salami. After pushing across a couple runs in the 6th, Trent puts this one to sleep. Warren to cruise to weave will. Lighter? Sing it. Yanks win 10-4 copy. Game 2, current Yankee stud versus a former Yankee stud. It's Rodon versus everybody now. Y-O-G-O. Yogo. How about Yogo get it out of the stands and bring some salami to bed with you as Trent hits snooze on this one. Anthony, he hits his first homer of the season. Yanks win 10-2 final.
How about Yogo get it out of the stands and bring the salami to bed with you?
I like that.
Is that what you said?
I said that.
Sounds dirty.
There was a lot in there. There was an original discussion of doing a 4-game super burn, which we haven't done in a while. These last 2 games did provide a lot of juice. And there's just the impending September to remember coming up with these Yanks that's going to dictate a lot of it. But yeah, I don't know. I got pretty happy with the I got pretty happy with some belly jazz, a performance my father mastered in the 80s. I guess it's better if you know my dad. And I do. So
how would you do belly jazz? I was trying to figure that out. Just slapping?
Yeah, I guess you'd be percussion-y, right?
Yeah, you'd be percussion. You'd be playing yeah, I do that. Claire's always like so amazed at how loud my the belly can be sometimes.
That is one of the more impressive things when you're a child and you see someone do that.
My dad does whatever. I will say game one, Jake, when they won 10-4,
Right.
it was nice. The bullpen had to get some usage because they hadn't pitched in a while. And going into through the seventh, it was a 2-run game, right? It was 6-4.
Yeah.
So it ended up 10-4, but it was in the sixth and seventh inning when they went to the bullpen. It was a 2-run game. Cruz comes in. Nice to see him. 1 inning, no hits, no walks. Luke Weaver comes in. 1 inning, no hits, no walks. Devin Williams comes in. Now it's the eighth inning, and now they have a 5-run lead. So it's low lev Dev. But nice to see he comes through. And then they do get lighter in there in the end, as you said. But it was nice to see the bullpen, like, they have some rest about them these now. They looked a little more rested, and it was kind of easy does it. But it's also the White Sox. They're really not playing well, especially like their bats are bad. But I just wanted to point that out from game one. And Caballero went to right field towards the end. Otherwise, there's no real decision making.
Yeah, the White Sox are interesting because they're obviously very bad, 48 and 86 after this game. They have real prospects playing, so I'm not saying they're a step away, but there's talent on the field for them, which last year there was not. But yeah, this was the first box score I opened in a while. And again, you shouldn't measure it against the bullpen was perfect. 0 hits, 0 walks. It used to be like a tradition, and again, maybe we were spoiled by a few of these Yankees bullpens, or at least they all had stretches where everything clicked. Like even the Talkin times last year, like there was times when that bullpen clicked. This was one of the first box scores I've seen in a while that was like 4 relievers all did their job.
I don't know if we see one the rest of the way,
right?
In this series. Maybe we do. This White Sox team, turns out you just don't throw fastballs and you can get them out easy.
Okay.
We're not at game 4 yet, and I don't know the data on that, if that's correct. I think Schlittler threw more off different secondary pitches than usual, but Heel today threw some of the worst sliders and changeups I've seen him throw. I'm skipping ahead to game 4, but eventually he'd land 2, and he'd get the batters out. It was kind of wild, but we're talking about game 1 and 2.
Yeah, let's save the Heel conversation. A part of that is, Trent's homer was like a game-winning homer, which I know they don't get labeled that way. Maybe that's a stat we can start labeling. Like Trent's homer ended the game in game 1, and then it kind of ended the game in game 2.
It's true. Yankees tied an MLB record with 33 home runs in a 10-game span.
Trent gave them 2 5-run leads with back-to-back homers in different games. There's a stat, James Smythe.
Whoa. I like Smythe, all right?
I really like James Smythe.
This was also Volpe is in the game. He commits an error early on a routine ball. It leads to a grand slam, so all 4 runs by Warren are not on him. You know, I always disagree with that. I still do in this case. Like, he walked the guy, hit a guy, and gave up a homer. And for him to just be completely absolved of all of that is wild to me. But that is how they do it. And I understand why they do it, but I also don't agree with it. But then Volpe bounces back, makes some good plays, gets some hits. That's the storyline of this one. And the Yankees, after game 1, won 11 of 12 against under 500 teams.
Say that stat again.
After game 1, so go through game 3. You got to do the math. But after game 1, the Yankees had won 11 of 12.
Gotcha.
Against teams below 500. So 13 of 15.
Including today now, yeah.
Including today.
Dominant.
Yes.
It's just not the problem.
I like this one quote. Aaron Judge went up to Warren in the dugout after the grand slam, and it became a 4-4 game, and said, "Don't worry, we're going to score runs for you."
Hell yeah.
And Warren said, "I trust that. I trust that."
Would just be it'd be a little cooler if it wasn't a White Sox series, but I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. Was this the game the White Sox pitcher was a minor leaguer? He just got called up. Was that this game?
Game 1. No, maybe. No. I think that's game 2.
Okay. Anything else on game 2?
No, I mean, I had that Trent stat at the hip ready to go. Volpe homers, which game 1 was still Volpe slump, and it's like, okay, he gets a couple hits. Volpe homers in this one, 2 more hits. Well,
9 walks for the Yanks.
9 walks. Yeah, I mean, this one, again, Trent ended the game in the 4th inning.
It's true.
Rodon good. I don't know if we talk about it.
Returned to Chicago. His wife and family were there. I think she's from Indiana, but it was like he came to his like hometown. My mom was like, he's from Chicago? I thought he just played there. Because it was like, Judge returning to the Bay Area and having family. But maybe they still have residency there. I think they live in Greenwich, though. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's one of those... Because, he was there for a long time. He was on the White Sox 2015 through 21, which in today's baseball, that's a hike. And, I mean, he was drafted by them. So it's one of those sneaky, we don't view baseball players this way, but like their first job out of college and he was there for 12 years or whatever. Like that sticks.
Yeah. After game 2, Trent had 7 home runs in 10 days. And it was a season-high 6th win in a row. And they took over Boston in the standings, Jake. So it was kind of like, whoa, this is weird. And then we go to game 3 where things actually get interesting and dicey.
Is there a player comp for Trent's season?
I don't know. Someone good?
Because even like, Gio Urshela, like... I don't know. He was still young and finally got like a full opportunity again and changed some stuff. But Trent's playing better than that. And I don't know. Like we kind of thought we had the whole profile on this guy. And we upsold a little bit that we were like, hey, when Trent started last year, like we did the stats, he had like a 741 OPS. He was a pretty solid ball player. This year, I mean, he's locked down the leadoff spot. Like, clutch, like a dominant player.
And I was going to say, all the comps I have are not good. Because he was a Gold Glover, did have Major League run.
Right.
Taking this step. So I get what you're saying. Maybe
MLB success.
We'll figure it out come awards.
Okay.
Maybe not.
What's the theme?
Trent.
Swaggy T.
Bad nickname.
I like the big sleep.
Swaggy T is just like K-Rod, A-Rod. It's like you can't, it's like,
It's been done.
It's been done. You're just changing a letter. Like K-Rod, A-Rod.
Been a lot of swaggies.
J-Rod. Game 3 has some talking points. I'd like to chat with you about them.
Let's do it. Here in the Bronx. A pair of young, talented Northpaws on the mound as Shane Smith versus the talk of the town, New York Schlittler. But the cap reminds him this is my town. Home run from Judge, but then it used to be Sockman's town. That's not true, but Iron Mike gets the only RBI versus Killicamp. 6 innings pitched, 1 run, 8 Ks, boogity. In the 7th, Austin goes to the Wells once more. It's 2-1 Yanks. Scratch that, reverse it. You've been my draw. Buenos Cantos, we're going to 11, and it's a little more jazz belly, baby. They open it up. Volpe with the RBI double. Jim, Schlittler to Devin, to Weave, to Bednar, and then take a seat in the Doval office. Camilo shuts it down. Yanks win 5-3 and 11.
Their second road extras win ever. And this was way more of a tightrope act than the first one, I believe. They tried to play the game. They failed at playing the game. And also, before that, Devin's first shot at actual high leverage. He had come in his last 8, he had been amazing. And 2 of them, I believe, were up by 3. So if you're doing fantasy, he gets the hold but one was, I think, in the 6th inning up by 3, and the other was the 7th inning up by 3. I mean, in this game, he's coming into the 7th inning up 1. So that's way tighter. It's the tightest rope he's had to walk across for the Yankees since the last Houston series when he lost the gig and goes double, strikeout, and then single, and the game's tied.
Yeah.
It's not, and then he gets a strikeout and a fly ball. And I don't think he looked like Devin that looked like he needed to go put in timeout. So I actually am not as hot about it by the way the pitching and the body language and it felt, but it is just like a little bit of, it's a bummer. Like, oh damn, dude. Like if he has another one against Houston, he took one step backwards, and now if he has another bad one against Houston, even if it's like up 3 in the 6th again, we're kind of back where we were. And I feel like we're doing it every 7 appearances roller coaster with him this season.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what's a level of Averex or what matters? It's just, I guess the thing I'll say about the body language is, like, he gives up the leadoff double, and I like him and everyone almost mentally is like, okay, so this is over. Where a lot of different relievers or relievers that do have what Devin can do, you're kind of like, okay, you gave up a leadoff double, now go punch everyone out. Like, so it feels like that's out. The 2 pitches that got hit, a 93 mile per hour fastball and a 93 mile per hour fastball. So I don't know, man. It's I've kind of been on that all year. And just another dumb one that I should save for a later time. It was really odd. I went and looked at all just his like pitch zone heat map where Devin Williams throws the ball. And he throws so many up and away fastballs that's also like it's the learning lesson that all Yankee fans know is like that's a pitch you almost can't have as a Yankee. So I don't know. That was just a Yankee Jake kind of stewing in my apartment. Like maybe he was never a great fit for the Yankees because if you put fastballs up and away at Yankee Stadium, people hit them there.
It's true. It's a learning lesson. I don't know, man. To me, he just doesn't have control this year. Like, yeah, but he had control up and in against lefties for a couple at bats. Doval gets the runner to third on a ground out, and now he's got a runner on third, and they bring Caballero in to go with the 5 infielders, 2 outfielders. There's a fly ball to right field that lands an inch foul. If it's fair, the Yankees lose this game. Trent Grisham chases it down, which for Trent and the big sleep, I fully expect him to give up on that ball halfway, realizing if I catch it, I'm not throwing him out. And if I don't catch it and it's fair, the game is over. Right. And he pulls up and it's a bad look. Like, like people like, that's just a bad look. When Manny did it, when Flaherty hit the walk-off, people got upset with him. Like, you got to at least act like you're going for it, which I don't believe in. But we would have been like, it's actually pretty heady. Like, he was so in the game. He realized it. Instead, he chases it the whole way. Just more so, I was just kind of like, all of that I just shared with you went through my head in that moment. Like, I'd expect Trent not to chase that all the way, but he did. He's also been a little more fired up lately.
He's been a little more fired up. He's believing. Yeah, it's always fun when you get the 5th infielder, and Caballero's the perfect guy for it. So that was a fun moment.
Yeah, they get the out, and then Caballero goes back to right field, and they get the line out. Can you show Jazz's swing? I don't know if this is stepping on anything, but quickly, Jazz's swing in extra innings here. Belly gets the ball in play, which gives them the lead, the first run. Jazz is up. This is the best swing of the entire 4 games for me. That is beautiful because when you're the road team in extras, the 3rd run means the most. That means they can hit a leadoff home run, score 2, but you're still going to take the lead. And him selling out for the big homer there, I felt like was going to be, my dad was like, come on, throw a single. And I was like, I think he might be swinging for the fences, Dad. And then he did that. And I was like, whoa, never mind. That was the most contained piece of hitting.
Yeah, I don't know how well this is gonna look on my screen, and I don't think it would work through BBD's screen because You like this? Jazz posted on his Instagram story that swing, and he puts up 2 stickers. I'll describe it before I put it on the screen. It's one sticker is bouncing around and says elite. And the other sticker that's bouncing around is a fish fillet because he's filleting the ball the other way.
I like that. That's art.
That's
But
art.
I also like Belly's hit and Volpe's hit, and I like said that, and I had people on Twitter. It might have just been one person, I don't know, but they were like, really celebrating blue pits. I'm like, yes, dude, because if they go up there trying to swing for the fences, they don't get jammed and allow themselves to get a blue pit. They swing and miss and strike out. And Belly, Volpe, and Jazz is the only one that caught it flush, did not go into those at bats taking a swing only, looking for home runs. They tried to meet ball in zone, get barrel to it. And yeah, those are bloops. Like, you still have to find grass and it's lucky. But if you are taking a swing only, unless you're Judge, who has perfected an a swing that gets bloops, like, you're not doing that. So I was very happy with those at bats in the end there. They manufactured runs with different approaches. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it's a weird thing with, I think, some of the new fans of baseball and expected batting average that, there's a Ben Rice as the unluckiest hitter of like all time this year. And it's like, yes, there's some line drives that were at people, and Caballero actually had the craziest robbery of him on the season. But also a lot of them are the same as like the Gary Sanchez sniff test we did a few years ago, that it's like there's always going to be an outfielder there. If you hit it 395 to right center, there will always be a guy that catches that. So even though the expected batting average was 600, that's never a hit. Where Belly's bloop, that's a hit. So like, I get it, and exit velo helps and all of that jazz, full circle. But yeah, bring back bloops.
Please, baseball's more fun when the ball's in play.
The outfielders play so deep now.
I know. Was that recap brought to us by anyone?
I think it was brought to us by our friends at Z-Biotics.
Z-Biotics.
They're changing the game, Jim. Before a night out with drinks, you go with the Z-Biotics pre-alcohol probiotic drink. It's the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. Hello. It was invented by PhD scientists. Okay, respect. To tackle rough mornings after. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's a buildup of this byproduct, not dehydration that's to blame for rough days after drinking. Pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. Just remember to make pre-alcohol your first drink of the night. Drink responsibly, and you'll feel your best tomorrow. Go to zbiotics.com/Yanks to learn more and get 15% off your first order when you use Yanks at checkout. Z-Biotics, backed with a 100% money-back guarantee. So if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money. zbiotics.com/Yanks. Code Yanks at checkout, 15% off.
Oof. All right, more to chew on from this game because they played the game. Volpe lays down the bunt to get Wells to third, and I'm like, whoa, they did it. And earlier in the series, Volpe tried to bunt and looked like he was refusing to.
Wasn't there I think you said it was a protest bunt last series.
I was just a joke. I don't think he was actually protesting. I know I've been hard on Volpe, so people might take that serious. But then he comes through with an RBI single. That was game 3 or 2, whatever. Game 2. This is game 3. He gets down the bunt, and then immediately Wells is out on the contact play at home. Which that's the play they run, and like not just the Yankees, all of baseball runs that. I don't know. It's a bad look. I'm not that hot about that one, but I'll pause if you want to talk because I'm more hot about the Wells when he bunted the next inning.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you and I have gone through the contact play thing, and they're just gonna run it, and part of you gets why, because if there is any bobble, it just feels like it should be a little more runner dependent. But yeah, I don't know if that's us not believing in it or if it's us just being like, this is what they do and I don't really care.
Yeah. The next one makes no sense. Like I said, the third run is huge when you're the road team. So I understand there's one out. Jazz just had that hit, scores a run. It gets the third run of the inning to give you a 3-run lead on third. So I understand like Boone or whoever's decision is like, we need this third run. Let's sell out for the third run. So they think, what does that mean? But an out scores that run, and you have, I think, one of like, if there's a guy who's like, what's his skill? Like Wellesley's skill is putting the ball in the outfield in the air. Not lately, I guess, but not but micro lately, like the last 6 games, he's been hitting it hard again.
Yeah, I guess I'm
like the sack fly is more a likely outcome for Wells, and the bunt there was bad.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little jumbled on it because, bunting in baseball, the whole convo has summed up to there should probably just be a little more bunting. It is hard to bunt, but there should be some guys that should have that in their tool bag. I wonder if that was like a test for Austin Wells because he hasn't been great this year with the stick. That I wonder in this White Sox series if this was like a, hey, can you do that? But yeah, I think BBD's highlighting it now. Is he the most sack flies in the AL?
Yep.
So yeah, it's a little odd.
Yeah, I didn't like that move at all. But I like Bednar getting out of it, and then I like Doval having himself a time.
Yeah, gets his first save as a Yankee. Yeah, man, I don't know. Bednar. How about Bednar?
He's good. And fun.
And this looked like, sometimes we look at our pitchers. Every pitcher has playoff energy.
Besides Devin.
But we know he's going to be out there, so.
Schlittler, maybe more on him later, I hope. I don't know.
I could see that.
Okay. And then the actual stat after this game was it was a 9-game road winning streak, and it matched the franchise longest since 1998. And what did that team go on to do? Save America.
Wow.
So
pretty much.
Game 4 was today's game. Are you ready to talk about it?
Yeah. Yanks brought their broomsticks to Chicago. Luis would try to get some Yankee fan love with a good start, while Martin Perez would try to play the heel. Top 1, the captain. Judge homers yet again. Hello, Yogi. Crazy that he's on that leaderboard. 426 feet to center, 1-0 Yanks. White Sox tie it up in the second, but Cody gets in his belly with the double to right field. It's 2-1 Yanks. The sock man, get out of here. He robs Big G for his homer. And here come the White Sox. Colson Montgomery homer. And then, oh no, I don't know if we're going to get over the hill with this one. Sosa homers. It's 3-2 White Sox. Yanks losing streak over as they lose 3-2 final.
All the runs given up in this game were by a pitcher named
Eel.
I-L.
Eel.
Luis Heel. Tim Heel.
Yeah.
Not a good look. Cruz, 1.2 in between, though.
Yeah.
5 outs, 14 pitches, 2 strikeouts, 0 hits.
That's how you do it.
Fernando Cruz. Legendary stuff. I just read a tweet from Kirshner about the topic about this game that I would have had Heel pitch around Sosa there because Sosa swings at anything.
Tim
Hill. Pitch.
Hill.
I would have had him pitch around Sosa. because you have two lefties, a righty, and then a lefty. Tim Hill is so good against lefties. Tim Hill has not been great against righties this year. And lately, he has not been great against righties at all. I texted you guys the stats. I forget what they were, but I can bring them up. In August, Tim Hill versus righties, 381 batting average, 435 on base, 619 slugging.
Mm.
It is Sosa, who's not like Carlos Correa, who's the last person that took Hill deep. You know, it's like a big threat. But on the White Sox, kind of one of the threats, and he's a free swinger. Boone said, I trust Hill. What did he say? He said he trusts Hill even against righties to keep the ball in the park. Just didn't happen today. Which I trust as well. I'm not crazy hot about it, but like looking at it, it's like, wow, lefty was coming up next. Maybe would have pitched around Tim. The biggest thing is the Yankees didn't come through with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, before we started recording, we did a little like, should we be sad? Should we be mad? Like, again, the Yankees kind of overachieved in this stretch.
I said, why'd they lose today?
Why'd they lose? And yeah, I mean, Tim Hill in a tied game in the 8th, giving up a home run to Lennon Sosa is a big part of that. But I mean, yeah, I mean, that's his 18th on the year. If that goes by, kind of like you said, like we didn't notice till afterwards, which, okay, Boone's the manager and that's his job. I do think Tim Hill, and maybe this should be the one where things change. Like, he shouldn't be treated like Tim Hill versus righties. Because we've seen him give up a few homers, and like Tim Hill, when he was right, almost felt Zach Britton-ish of like, yeah, he doesn't give up homers. Like every now and then he's gonna get hit, but he doesn't give up homers. Tim Hill's given up homers this year. So I don't know. I think for this example, it is what it is. Tim Hill versus Lennon Sosa is a matchup I think we'd all kind of be fine with. But yeah, I think we're playing the result just a little bit.
I agree. Yeah. And Boone said whatever. They lost this game. I think they should have won. I think that Judge felt like he hit 2 home runs, but one missed being a home run by 3 feet. Stan hit one over the wall, but Talkman robbed it. I think mentally, those were 3 more runs on the board, so it felt like, you know, those didn't fall, but we're up. And then suddenly, towards the end, they were tied, and I'm like, wait, it felt like we were like smashing them around and we were going to win this game, and now we're not. And I thought we were going to sweep and break the most historic road record ever, and then all of that didn't happen.
Right. The Stanton homer would have made it 4-1, and that's like, okay, we're going to knock out Perez early, and they don't even like have enough bullpen to get through the game, and then yeah, you snapped your fingers, you scared. And the whole game changed. That, yeah, I'm okay with it. Again, because they did great on the trip. And I don't know. Like, did they deserve a happy everyone dressed like cowboys flight? I don't know.
Well, I haven't seen pictures of you.
I haven't seen a picture, and it was all Meredith was talking on the pregame show. I watched a little too much of the batting practice show today with the Little League team from Connecticut. I don't know. Don't normally lock into that, and it was all the kids talking. Todd was good. Todd was good. I don't know.
I don't see any of the pictures of them dressed like cowboys.
I haven't seen a picture, and Meredith talked about it. Rucco talked about it. Shoot, Meredith kept talking about how crazy Dominguez looked.
And I haven't seen anything.
None. So I don't know. I do think, I don't know if this is genuine, but one of the other thoughts going through my head is like, if they came in with a win streak against Houston and they lose that first game, I think there's even a little more freak out. Like, I think this numbed it just a little bit.
A little reminder.
Just like, yeah, like in baseball, you lose games.
All right, let's do awards. I got tons of good stuff to talk about, Jake.
Okay.
Tons.
Tons of them. All right. Well, I guess Pride of the Yankees is brought to you by DraftKings. Use code YANKS when you sign up with the DraftKings Sportsbook then.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
I'm so interested in who you're going to go with. Because I think there's multiple number one options, and I have some backups.
Yeah, it's interesting. I have one pre-prepared award.
I have two.
You know what? I'm gonna go Cam Schlittler.
Oh, CS.
My request, or something that could change with this season, are Schlittler days becoming a thing. And we're kind of there. I know this was the White Sox. That's fine. The starts are impressive. That like the next Cam Schlittler game, I know we're Yankees fans. Who does he get next? He's not getting Houston. So does that mean he gets Toronto?
I think so.
Hey, man. Like, I know we're all in on Cam Schlittler. I think the baseball world is starting to get in on Cam Schlittler. I'm pretty excited for that Toronto game. Let's get through Houston, obviously, but he's lights out and he passes the eye test, man.
Houston will be Max Fried, Will Warren, Carlos Rodon, and then you got Schlittler, Heel, Fried. And they'll all be on 5 days rest because they have the off day tomorrow.
Right?
Yeah, Schlittler looked good. And like I said, I think Heel was doing this as well, but he mixed in his breaking balls a lot. A lot. His curveball to lefties, his cutter to righties, which I think is a slider, and some people call it a slider. It drops a lot. Sometimes I was watching all of them, and sometimes it does look a little bit more like a cutter, but sometimes it has a lot of drop. I don't know if he's doing that on purpose or not. His third straight start of at least 6 innings with 8 or more Ks. That's good. 6 innings pitched, 1 earned, and scary moment, got hit by a comebacker. 102.1 MPH.
His last 4 starts, Jim, you might ask?
Yes, tell me.
23.2 innings.
Okay.
11 hits. 8 walks, 30 strikeouts, a 0.76 ERA. I mean, everything was passing the eye test. We wanted to see innings. It is Minnesota, Tampa, Nats, and White Sox, but bring that to Toronto. They haven't seen him yet, right? Oh, they saw his second start.
His second start.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was when everything was up in the zone in Toronto. It was weird.
He's a totally different guy.
He really is a different pitcher now. This is his if the rotation does not change, which it has to at some point, but right now, to round out the year, he would be facing Toronto, Detroit, Minnesota, Baltimore. But you got to worry about the rotation when you try to figure out where you're landing wild card division. So, two good teams there. I'd really like to see how he fares against them.
2 good teams, yeah. Again, he's missing the Red Sox. It seems like, which I would have liked to see that, but maybe we bottle that up for first week of October.
Yeah, my pride of the Yankees will be going to, and the stats don't fully reflect this depending on what stats you look at, but will be going to the man who you said had the game-winning hit in the first 2 games. Going Trent Grisham. He's hot.
It's going to be my award.
What was your award going to be called?
The 4x4.
Wow. Why is that?
It's his 4th career Grand Slam, and Grand Slam score 4 runs.
I like that.
And then you'd probably mention in and out because your Cali is showing all the time. Like,
oh,
whatever.
My goodness, dude. When I was in high school, I would get 4x4s. I can't imagine eating that much now.
Here it is.
I would puke. My buddy, Mike Marcise, went to play at Arizona for football. He would get 2 4x4s. Oh, after football games.
I had to take a walk around the apartment in the middle of the chicken cutlet.
Wow. Would have been the second time
Trent's
you've
crazy.
given the 4x4 award, Jake.
I know it was going to be like a running back award, but it was different. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, he deserved pride, in my opinion. The Grand Slam was awesome. The other home run was awesome. His enthusiasm has been a little different. Like I said, he ran down that ball that he didn't need to, like a dog playing fetch. That was cool. And then what was the home run stat? He didn't homer today. So after game 2, I think was it 7? It was 5 home runs in his last 6 games. And then, they were drawing it back to Tampa. 7 home runs in his last 10 games. So he had 7 home runs in a 10-game stretch. And they were showing how, meaningful they are. 353 on base, 830 OPS on the year.
28 homers on the season. Like that. That's the thing for me. It's and we played this game earlier, and I don't think another name has jumped up. I don't know if the chat said anything, but like the year-end numbers are going to be pretty crazy for what would currently be his one outlier season. Like maybe Trent's, baseball has had a few guys who break out a little later. Max Muncy, Justin Turner. Maybe Trent's that guy. He was a big prospect, and it feels like something clicked offensively, and he's got that grip thing going on. But, I mean...
Dude, I'm going to try that in blitzball battle.
He's going to hit 30 homers.
Stan kind of does that, too. Where Stan holds his bat with his thumbs up.
Yeah.
Whole concept is you put your hands in a position where you cannot grip because you want to be loose. And you will naturally grip as you swing. And the looser you are, the more quick whippy, whip and faster you are. Yeah. So like Grish is always doing like hand shit.
Right.
And Stan's always got his thumbs kind of up, sometimes moving around. I get it. I'm going to try it. See if I win wall breaker again.
Again. Whoops.
His chase rate has gone up this year. A decent amount from last year. Last year, remember how much he didn't swing? It was kind of crazy.
It was nuts. It felt like a Hicks clone.
Yeah. His overall swing percentage is the same as last year. It's a 1% different. But his zone swing is up, and his chase, his chase is way up. So he's actually swinging pitches out of the zone more. But maybe that's helping him stay in counts or get pitches later. I have no idea.
No clue.
No clue.
Zero clue.
He's my pride.
You don't hear enough people say that. I got no clue, man.
No idea.
Know what I do have an idea about? DraftKings.
Doesn't come in a jar.
The dog days of summer. Whew.
Woo.
We're almost out of them. It's going to be September. And now's kind of the time to get in the action. We've got playoffs coming up. So whatever you're getting into, home runs. Another sport started playing this past weekend, and there's going to be more of it next weekend. New customers who bet just $5 get $300 in bonus bets instantly. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code JMBaseball. That's code JMBaseball for new customers to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
You Yankee motherfucker.
You. Oh, snap.
What are you going to do?
Yankee MFer, huh?
Yep.
Oh, snap. That was lit.
Wow.
You hear that? Oh, snap, that was Schlitt. Who do you want?
I thought Brad was going to get it, so I haven't done this in my head.
I mean, dude, I might cop out. I'll go Tim Hill. 2 appearances, gave up a run each time. I know
Jake, I don't think that's a cop out.
Thanks, dude.
I think that's fair. I'll cop out too. I'll go Devin Williams.
I thought he was a good answer, dude. I don't know if we copped out.
I don't think we copped out because the offense did fine. And, might look at some slash lines and they're not great, but those two guys bummed me out.
Right? Like, I can't believe where Stanton's numbers landed, but
Yeah,
he didn't bum me out. He hit a home run.
Yeah. He hit a home run. It got robbed. Stan went 0 for 10. So, yeah, he could have got it, but I'm not doing that to Stan in the middle of this.
Talkman. Thorough.
That's funny stuff. Okay, so MFer's out of the way.
That's just done. I'm glad.
I'm kind of glad, too, because I got 2 awards prepped.
I mean,
you
I
can steal one from me.
I think I am.
You think you're a yam?
Excuse me, sir. Which way does that curve award?
Whew. Excuse me, sir. Which way does that curve? My guess would be it's someone that throws a curveball. But we already talked about Schlittler got pride. Bednar throws a curveball. Are you going to talk about Bednar here? Heel? Don't know. Bednar.
Glad I let that ride. It's going to Luis Heel.
Damn.
It's pretty common urinal talk. Just, hey, which way does that thing curve? He threw a fantastic breaking ball today. Girardi commented on it, and this might be a good time to talk some Girardi here. He threw a nice,
You mean the one? He threw one.
It was
okay.
It was almost 12-6-ish. It wasn't Schlittler 12-6. It still had some slide to it, but it was beautiful. It was a wipeout slider over the top. He normally throws a very cutting slider that just kind of stays on its plane and goes away. And Girardi was like, that's a fantastic strikeout pitch that I don't know. And we've commented this with Heel that the breaking stuff has been off this year. That I don't with the pitching technology we have, bottle up whatever that slider was and throw that good pitch.
I did not think he looked good today at all. And it's his 6th start coming off a pretty major injury, so I'm really not holding it against him in any way. And I think the first start, the numbers are bad. I think the last 5 now, he's probably got a 3.00 ERA. The innings aren't crazy, but I don't know. I don't know what the math is on it. Was he 5.12 today?
Yeah.
I think his last 5 starts, the numbers would be good.
Yeah, they were just kind of tough to watch with the walks.
The walks have been. How many did he walk today?
Let's see.
I think he only walked 2 today. But
2 today.
Well, that's better.
Right.
I think that is the White Sox really helping him out. I thought he threw the most amount of bad pitches today, and the White Sox helped him out. His slider was 50% of the time nothing. It was off the plate and never broke back. And it was kind of just nothing.
It's
27 innings, 7 earned runs. So I think his ERA in his last 5 games is going to be really good.
I mean, it's kind of solid on the season. He's 3.68. It was weird. Those back-to-back walk fests were 5 innings, 1 earned run to St. Louis and Boston. His first start was bad. Everything else, not good. It's we need length, which there was a chance. Today, it looked like he could have given them some length, and then it fell apart.
It's a 2.42 in his last 6 starts. Yeah, I wanted to find that one slider. It was a swinging strike, right? For strike 3?
Swinging strike might have been to Teal or Montgomery. It was to one of the lefties.
It was a lefty for sure.
Maybe Caro. But yeah, it's Luis Heel has always been interesting for me. I mean, going back to when he was just the 27th man starter Yankee, and it was what was that? To now last year it felt like his changeup, he was fastball changeup that was wipeout. Then he found a slider that he loved. He was fastball slider. Right now he's fastball and he's aiming it, which they talked about that on the broadcast, which that's insane. He said he feels amazing. He's literally taking stuff off his fastball to try to aim it.
Yeah, he did ramp it up later on.
Yeah.
Which was good.
But dude, it was so funny, and maybe we can talk about this with Boone in a tasteful way, but Girardi was like, that doesn't work for a lot of pitchers. Like normally that makes you more wild because you get more out of rhythm and your arm is now behind your body. That like he's like, if I hear a pitcher's aiming or taking off a ball, he had a really good speech about trying to overthrow and throwing it how you throw it. And it seems like Heel is like taking a little too much off the gas right now.
It was like 93 in the first. He opened up the game. There's some at bats he only threw the fastball. I think Cuero, how do you say that guy's name?
Yep.
Yeah, I think he only threw that guy fastballs the entire game. So and the at bats went a while. And then looked weird. And
well,
then
the other thing is, dude, his changeup right now ranges from 88 to 94 and doesn't look too different than his fastball. That like there was one that popped up a changeup and Girardi was like, "Yeah, his sinker gets beat here," and it's kind of the same pitch.
I am desperate to find this slider.
Feel it, baby.
I can't find it.
It
was a strikeout pitch, right?
It was a strikeout pitch.
I found two that it might be. Feel free to tell me that neither of these are the one you were thinking of.
No.
I
think this one maybe. Let's see. Heel, Cox, fires.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that Robertson?
Robertson.
Which is illegal, but yeah. But that's like what every wipeout slider has looked like in the history of baseball.
Yeah, so much less sweep to it. Throw that more, Heel.
Which way does your thing curve?
Speaking of which ways things go, and I'm going to give you a tough one now. And I'm going with the loophole.
I mean,
it's
you
so
say
tough, dude. I can't in good conscience do to you what you do to me. This will be the Southpaw Slayer Award.
You came down to two names because the clue was so good. You just guessed, you hit the wrong button, pal.
I only guessed Heel because you said you were going to talk about him earlier in the show. It wasn't a connection to the... So you kind of led me astray with your...
You guessed Bednar.
I know, because he throws a curveball. The Southpaw Slayer.
Anthony Volpe.
Nope. Bellinger leads MLB in lefties versus lefties. Every slash line. According to Quags, 370 batting average, 411 on base, 630 slug. A little bit of a loophole, Jake.
Yeah.
He crushes lefties. I think the Yankees have the best lefty on lefty hitter and the best righty on lefty hitter in the league.
Yeah, the only I know Schwarber has crazy numbers versus lefty, but Belly probably gets him in all the percentage stats. But Schwarber's numbers versus lefties are insane. But Schwarber's going for the MVP, like in the National League. So
maybe it's league. No, it said MLB in the stats.
Yeah,
because Goldie has the best the other way.
Right.
Let's see.
But another one was Belly. I think they said on the broadcast, Belly's hitting 331 with runners in scoring position.
Yeah. The running and scoring position numbers were also crazy for Belly. I think I copied and pasted those. Let me see. Because obviously he talked about the whole broadcast was about the different clubs in his bag. And, chipping, driving. He had an 0-2 homer in game 1 that he just cranked. like his A swing on an 0-2 pitch, which I was kind of surprised about, but that was cool. Where is this?
Belly
he's
has
got
Schwarber
he's
on
got
all three.
Schwarbs and everything. His lefty numbers are sicko.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He's got every slash line. Runners in scoring position, he has a 330 average with his 10th in the AL. And he has some other numbers too. He's awesome, and we love him for it.
Perez got him a couple times today. No, he's another guy. It's sneaking up on just a fantastic season. And it's, when we start comparing this year's outfield DH to last year's outfield DH, like where Trent and Bellinger are at war-wise basically is Soto from last year.
Yeah, it's the pitching and being bad against good teams. Those are the two bugaboos of this team. The offseason moves, the individual players, a lot of it's worked out. Bellinger also did one of my favorite things that is one of my favorite stats that Quags updates us on and I update the people on. Yankees following a Judge intentional walk. They intentionally walk Judge there, and Belly comes through with the RBI, making the Yankees now 8 for 24. And at bats following a Judge intentional walk. And it's 30 plate appearances, a 333 batting average, a 400 on base, a 500 slugging. You want to walk Judge, you're going to have to deal with us. Belly's done most of the damage. He's 5 for 14. Jazz is 2 for 8 with a homer. And Rice is 1 for 2.
Okay.
That's a fun stat.
That's a fun stat.
So the Southpaw Slayer or the Loophole. Those are the nicknames I was going to give him.
Nice. We got a couple Southpaw Slayers, huh?
Yeah. Goldie. Him.
Goldie. Good stuff, Jim.
Your award?
Thank you. My award, my final award. Is going to be the Remember Last Summer Award.
Volpe?
Close but no cigar.
Oh, is this going to Wellesley? Because I have an award for him.
It's going Austin Wells, Jim.
Dum.
Who's that dumb to?
No, I was doing musical tones because we stole each other's. I stole Trent from you. You stole Wells from me.
Wow.
It was dum.
I've got an ad on my screen that won't stop. I can't get rid of it. Oh, my God. Where is it?
Sneeze.
Oh, my God. What was that? Jim, it's Labor Day.
Yes, I know.
That's kind of, signifies the end of the summer. I'm watching you and your mom post Instagrams last time in Lavalette this summer.
Yeah, everyone's really sad around here, and I am just like pig in shit.
Jim, Austin Wells had a nice summer last year.
Yes.
And he has now become like not really a part of this team. Right, he's a part of this team, excuse me.
He's a part of the team, Jay. Come on now.
Really? Can I tell you what? I really like that. I'd like to see more of that. You mentioned tools in your bag. I hope Austin Wells is the tool in our bag come the postseason. I still like him defensively over Rice. And he hits a 7th inning home run to take the lead. It was good to see that. It was good to feel that. And yeah, I know we haven't seen it from Austin pretty much all year. And even breaking down that swing, it's a fastball up and away that he gets around on, which, hey, the guy hit a homer. Like, I'm not going to be critical of that. But, when Austin Wells first came up, it was he was taking those types of balls to the opposite field. Whatever. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. But we've got a month of baseball left. And if Austin Wells puts together a nice month of baseball, which not any player can do, but a player of his caliber can do, like he's probably the starting catcher in a playoff game if there's a righty on the mound. So, like, Let's go, Austin. Let's try to remember last summer. And I keep trying to get his best split, and the website Baseball Reference is fighting me pretty hard. So
I think what you're looking for is also that Tampa game when he hit 2 home runs, and that would be the last 8 games because he didn't play today, or did he?
He got in late but did not have an at bat.
He has a 1.014 OPS in his last 8 games. Again, it's in the OPS is gathered in a way, which I think is rather suspect. Like the batting averaging on base aren't there. It's a 704 slug carrying it. So
I meant the stats I was looking for from last year. In 58 games, basically the entire summer, till Labor Day, 299 batting average, a 388 on base, a 542 slug for a 930 OPS. 58 games. Like he showed for months what he can be. He hasn't shown that this year, and that's what happens in baseball. And I'm not saying I'm predicting it, but he can very much change his narrative with a big last month, and that would put him in the thick of it come October. And he hasn't been in the thick of it in a while.
No. He owns the worst batting average against sliders and sweepers in Major League Baseball. 0.85 against sliders, 0.45 against sweepers. So they've just been throwing him breaking balls and off-speed pitches. His quote on that was, "I'm just slightly off the barrel on many breaking balls, so I'm focusing on positioning my body correctly to hit those as well as fastballs," which is great.
We're working on something.
Like that, working on it.
Plan.
Excited about that. I was going to give him the Shelly Duncan Award because I haven't seen such violent high fives in the dugout since our guy Shelly Duncan got called up. I sent the picture in the Slack, Beebs, but Bellinger's face in reaction to Wells' home run victory line in the dugout was pretty good. She's like, "What? Whoa!" Kind of
Hey
laughing.
now.
Look at Belly. He's like, "Whoa!"
He's really hype.
He's in utter shock. He's never seen Austin Wells act like that. He's trying to figure out what happened. Did he miss something? He's like, "What?" Because Wells was going nuts, dude.
Yeah. Have a couple swings in Houston, kid.
Yeah. So what I want to talk about is I said this a while ago. Like our best postseason lineup is with Wells getting hot. Like his bat doing enough to play. So I just love if he starts walking, getting some hits, because yes, I do think Rice starting and Goldie as the off the bench guy or starting versus a lefty guy is our best postseason lineup instead of Rice catching and Goldie at first. So I'd like Wells, and that might happen even if Wells' bat doesn't get hot. So I would like Wells' bat to get hot.
Right.
Okay, so I got to pivot now. Pivot. How about I go with the
Yes.
I
like it.
Yeah. The Got Sent Down Award.
The Got Sent Down Award?
Yeah.
Got Sent Down?
Got Sent Down.
Got Sent Down.
Been had snacks. Got sent down.
Okay. The Got Sent Down Award goes to Yerry De Los Santos.
No, but that's an apt guess because he did get sent down.
Got sent down.
No, I'm giving it to Volpe. You know, go face some minor league pitching, breathe a little, relax, find your swing, get some good results to get you positive before we go to the 12-game stretch against our competitors. Nationals, White Sox, 1 week in AAA, same shit, Jake.
Yeah.
We're talking about if a lot of the guys on the White Sox are not on the Yankees, if they're in the farm system.
Right.
They're playing for Scranton.
Ooh.
Relievers, yeah.
So what's the damn difference? Volpe basically just got his minor league stint, and now he's going into the 12-game set feeling good. And Volpe owns the best slash line of all this team's Yankees in Houston. Yep. 286 batting average in Houston, 524 slug. It's a 960 at OPS. So we did it. We didn't know what was happening, but it happened. He went and he faced some lesser talent to have it a little lighter and get right. Hit a homer, put the ball in play, got a bunt down. After the error, he played pretty solid defense the rest of the way. So maybe we got Volpe's confidence right where it needs to be going into Houston.
Error pissed him off. And then getting a hit. Yeah, he was super aggressive charging balls. That was fun. Nice play on the pop-up to left field today. And yeah, Volpe just, well, I don't know what planet he would get sent down on. Number two, I would say, like, maybe Volpe's just, he's going New York on us. Like, a regular season doesn't really matter. Wait for the postseason. Wait for Faux Row Part 2, where he's going to turn it on.
Why not? He got his rest. He got his confidence. The kid's a playoff stud, and let's just get him right.
Boom.
Boom. I'm going to memorize the slash line in the postseason. 286, 407, 408. Got to remember that.
I love that.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. That should be Volpe's dream slash line, and the Yankees couldn't be further out from. We're not doing that. Is Judge going to get hot?
Yeah, he was hot today. He went 3 for 3. He was a trip away from the cycle. He did his little pebble thing, hit a home run on 0-2 pitch, then hit the wall, single. But you're worried about him against Boston and then Houston and them?
No, I was asking if Judge was going to get hot.
Good 4-game set in Chicago.
I would like if he does.
His numbers got to be good now. Like, besides the batting average, which, he's getting back into the hang of things. But after today, I feel like even his August numbers have to be good.
They're good. He's Judge.
He's Judge. Should have hit 2 homers today. That would have been fun.
Yeah, I kind of like it would have been a totally different episode if he hits the game-winning homer today, but that's fine.
That's fine. He walked a ton.
Yeah.
Which is good. Okay, other odds and ends. Jazz had a quote. He said, "We want to win the division. We don't just want to get a wild card spot. Right now, it's just like we're going to go out there and win that, and then we're going to go win the World Series." I like that.
Hell yes.
It's good stuff. Jazz didn't get any awards, but there's a lot of fun things he did. First Yankee to have 8 steals and 8 home runs in a month, or third Yankee ever, Soriano and A-Rod, the only other 2 to have a month that includes 8 home runs and 8 stolen bases.
25 and 25.
25 and 25 club from second base. It's really going under the radar, I think, because the batting average is low, and he's had a couple the Marlins play was louder than some of the good stuff, and like after the home run derby, he did that. I feel like there's like the wrong overall sentiment around Jazz. Like the season he's having is very, very good.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I think coming out of the injury and then coming out of the All-Star break hasn't built the Trent Grisham-esque like full season everyday vibe.
Yeah, he had 2. The start was bad, and then he had a bad stretch. Did the Yankees homer in game 3 and 4? Have they homered in 8 straight games?
I mean, they be homering,
Yeah, they're homering a lot.
I have a good Judge stat.
Let's hear it.
When he swings at the first pitch,
Yeah.
he has 35 hits.
Okay.
12 home runs. It's in 59 at bats, so it's a 593 batting average, a 1.979 OPS.
That's crazy. I want to go look at all those first pitch swings and find a common thread, and I won't tell anyone.
Don't tell a soul, because then they'll scout it. They're watching your videos. The best expansion plan. Everyone agrees.
Oh, dude, everyone easily agreed with that. That was
Everyone
cool.
agrees.
Everyone agrees this is the best plan. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. Also, another stat just from Quag Sheet I thought was worth mentioning.
Okay.
It's long, so hang with me. Luke Weaver pitched a scoreless eighth inning. His 13 games in August, 1.23 ERA, 1.54 batting average against. Wow. His last 21 games since July 9th, 1.85 ERA, 1.51 batting average against. Wow. For the season, his 228 opponent on base percentage is fourth best among AL relievers. Luke Weaver.
What will you do if the Yanks sweep Houston?
And look good doing it. I'll be all in, dude. I will be.
Will you eat saltines?
No, I won't eat saltines, but I'll be turtleneck shopping. I will be like, dude, these White Sox games, I kept describing it and I like tweeted and people were getting upset saying like, just enjoy the wins. And I'm like, how? I'm not that I'm not enjoying this.
Right.
It's fun. But in my head, I agree. There's a lot of people also saying like, we got to wait to the 12 games. Like we got to wait to the 12 games to see what this is. There's a little bit of a dam on my emotions. And if they sweep Houston, that dam's released, Jake. And I am like shit talking Toronto. And because I liked the team besides the mismanagement of Volpe and how bad they are against Toronto and Boston. Besides those two things,
right?
I really like the team.
Agree. Will you eat a spicy chip?
I'll eat it or fake it.
Okay. Tune in next time.
We'll be in Barbados.
Barbados.
And maybe we find a spicy Barbados chip.
Mm.
Beijing.
Which way does it curve, Joes?
Straight. Straight and heavy.
Fastball.
Unfurl.
Coming at you.
Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams.
Go Yankees.
Let's go Yankees! Let's go Yankees! Let's go Yankees! Let's go Yankees!
Big stretch.